All right, welcome in, guys. Welcome to our Thursday night presentation. The boys are back again. So we're here to drop some more
clockwork, baby.
We're here to drop some more fire for you guys. I'm excited. The weather is very strange here in New Zealand at the moment. So if I cut out and you guys lose me, and Ryan has to do this solo, I'm sure he'll be able to handle it. I hope my power doesn't cut out.
Stuck with me, sorry guys.
I'm very remote, so I'm out in the country, so the Wi-Fi is a little bit glitchy. So I apologize for that if we do have any technical issues. We're going to get started for tonight. I'm just going to do a short introduction of myself, then I'm going to pass it over to Ryan. So just a bit of a background on myself. So I was a coach for 10 years and I lived in Perth and I've moved back to New Zealand now. But as a coach, I really started to understand that working in four walls was not going to, help me, live my true vision. It wasn't going to help me get to where I wanted to be in life, and it wasn't going to make me millions. So I decided that, I would go to or back down the path in 2020 when COVID hit and the world started to change a lot. I made the decision to, run with a business, an online business that I was presented with, that I took with open arms. 8 months it took me to really understand the power of this business model and the importance of having assets in your physical possession. And here we are today. So I've moved back to New Zealand. I'm not working in the gym anymore. I'm full-time with 7K, and we're helping people get assets every day delivered to their door. So I'm excited, and I'm super blessed to be here, to be presenting in front of you guys. It is a true blessing, and I'm excited. But I'm going to pass it over to Ryan, and he's going to share a little bit about himself, and then we'll get started.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Like Cole said, it's absolute pleasure to be here with you guys. I'm grateful for you guys jumping on. A little bit about myself. I'm a high school teacher, so by trade, profession, whatever you want to, I guess, call it. Absolutely love the role whatsoever. But I guess similar to Cole, being a high school teacher, as amazing as it is, isn't obviously the best paying job in the world. So rising costs of inflation and whatnot, and kids and stuff like that, then I have to look for other ways to, I guess, protect and grow and preserve my wealth. So that's why I ended up here at 7K. So I just want to say, I guess, thank you to Cole, because when he came to me and said, "Hey mate, do you want to get involved in gold and silver?" I didn't know anything about gold and silver. Being a high school teacher, I knew that it was like a relic of the past, or the kings and queens used it, or the pharaohs got buried with it and stuff like that. So I knew that, but I didn't really know too much about it. So I trusted Cole. I knew Cole, so I was like, hey, I'm just going to do it. And then I guess started learning, and I'm grateful I did do that. That was nearly 2 years ago now. And I've learned a lot along the way. And I can tell you right now that gold and silver is definitely not a relic of the past. It's definitely a very much so a relic of today. And if you guess you were like me, before we get started into this presentation, I just want to quickly show you something. So this is assets by market cap. So this is top assets by market cap. So this is basically where all the wealthy people, countries and stuff are putting their money, basically. So you can see here, gold is number one at $11.3 trillion.
Look at silver, baby.
Number one by a long way. Apple in second place at $2.1 trillion. So even that gap's starting to climb at the moment. And as Cole just mentioned, out silver now 5th spot. So for a while we've been talking about silver and 7th place, and then last week it jumped into 6th, and now it's in 5th place. We've been calling it though, haven't we? We've been saying for the last year and a half, 2 years, that silver's the most undervalued asset in the world. It still is probably the most undervalued asset in the world, even at 21, 26. Just, I guess, purely to its industrial use, considering it's used in everything that we need now and that the future is heading towards. So if you don't know what silver is used in, I urge you to Google it, look it up. But just to name a few: solar, electronics, batteries, water purification, medical supplies. So there you go. Literally, those things there are literally where the future's heading and what we need. So
just
no
a couple more
surprises
things. Just a couple more things on that too. As you guys can see, obviously the market trend there with gold and silver, we're in the green. And with everything else basically red, and it's on the way down, so it's trending down, which means that there's been I guess an upward trend with the price. So the silver value has gone up, and so has the gold value, and also the volume. So like the market cap, meaning the total overall volume has increased, which is super important for us. And it's amazing to be able to work with the number 1 and now number 5 asset as a product.
Exactly. I think last week when we were doing this, silver was at $18. So you can see what's happening here. You can see gold's number 1 by a long way, not even close. Silver's number 5 and climbing. And the reason we'll explain, I guess, in the presentation. But I just want to quickly show the reason why silver's jumped up. And this is the stock market. So if we look at Google share prices, 40% down from since the start of the year. Amazon, 50% down from the start of the year. Apple, nearly 26% down from the start of the year. Microsoft, 33% down from the start of the year. Facebook, 70% down from the start of the year. And even Bitcoin, we love cryptocurrency as well, but that's down 64% from the start of the year. So you can see, I guess, the markets, the financial situation that we're in is not the best at the moment. And in times of crisis like this, people turn to gold and silver, and that's why gold, I guess, is number 1 by a long way, and silver is climbing. So I just wanted to show you that, just in case you were like me, didn't know anything about gold and silver assets, or even, I guess, market caps and stuff like that. So I just want to briefly show you that before we get started.
So what we'll do is we will get started, and I think the first thing we're going to talk about is some of the problems that are going on in the world. Maybe you're aware, maybe you're not aware. If not, we're going to make you aware, because that's what we do, the importance of articulating the problems and helping people understand them so we can provide solutions. So one of the biggest things or even talking points right now is inflation. I know that most people have seen this. If you haven't seen this, you're living under a rock, because seriously, there's like kids at school talking about inflation. It's become a buzzword.
Talking about it.
It's like a buzzword, right? And it's become one of those words where, everybody's talking about inflation, right? Everybody's going to, like, if you don't visit most people visit the supermarket. You go to the supermarket and you're like looking around and you're going, what's going on here? Right. Well, what's actually happening? We're going to share a video in a second, but what's actually happening is the purchasing power of your dollar is getting weaker. Okay, so you require more dollars for your goods and services, which is really making people and families struggle. Meaning, like wages aren't increasing. We need to be adding more streams of income to support our family long term. So if you guys are aware of inflation, or you're feeling the effects of inflation, just put a 1 in the chat box below as we watch this video.
Do you feel like you're working harder for your money just to get by? It's not just you. Millions of families around the world are feeling the exact same thing. In fact, as of 2017, 44% of Americans said they couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense if it popped up. So what's happening? Take a look at some of the major staples in our lives today and how much more they have increased in cost from the year 2000 to 2018. Water and sewage up 133%, car insurance up 97%, and the list goes on. This isn't even counting the 2021 inflation numbers that are the highest since 1982. We're all feeling it, but why is it happening? It's not that things are necessarily costing more to make or service, it's that the fiat currency used to buy the goods is becoming worth less. As you can see, when the Federal Reserve was created in 1913, a dollar was worth, well, a dollar. Because of some government decisions such as going off of the gold standard and increased money printing, the purchasing power over time was dropped to less than 5 cents on the dollar compared to 1913. Now, this isn't anything new, unfortunately. There's a long list of countries where this exact same thing has happened, including Germany, Argentina, Zimbabwe, and most recently Venezuela. In each case, they have attempted to print themselves out of their version of a financial crisis. The playbook is being passed around the world, and the result is always the same. If you look at the M1 currency supply chart, it will give you a good indication of what result we could be headed for in the United States. The M1 currency supply is just a way of showing how much printed money is in the hands of the citizens in a country. It is a direct link to the printing of fiat currency. As you can see, the US made a drastic decision related to the COVID-19 pandemic in the year 2020 and decided to go on an even more massive printing spree. As we have seen throughout history, more printing leads to more inflation, which means it takes more fiat currency to purchase the things that we need to live. So how are we supposed to protect ourselves from what seems to be a runaway train?
I think what stands out for me watching that video is that, yeah, it's more based towards America, but it really doesn't matter. Every country is similar, very similar here in Australia, and definitely, I know for a fact, definitely similar in New Zealand. It's a lot more expensive there and harder there. Is that if they have a $400 emergency expense come out, not many people are going to be able to afford to pay that, and that was back in 2017. Imagine what it is now when, you're paying an extra $400 just to fill up your car and pay for groceries. It's probably even more than that. So that $400 is now gone, just due to, yes, the inflation and money printing, and they continue to do the same thing over and over again. And we've seen it in every country. That's what the governments have all done.
Yeah, definitely. These are the challenges that people are going through right now. And I've just been hearing it just consistently on a day-to-day basis of families actually starting to struggle, especially if you've got a family and you're living off one stream of income. Things can be very challenging, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys, it's not going to get any easier.
No, it's going to get worse. But now they're raising the interest rates, which, you're already struggling to pay for food and stuff, and now you're just paying the mortgage or just paying the rent, and now that's all going up. Now you've got a situation where, do I feed my family or do I pay my mortgage? And people are probably going to pay feed their family first. So it's some tough times ahead if we're relying on fiat currency and relying on one stream of income.
Do you think?
So the biggest question is, and I guess we've kind of already gone over this a little bit already, but the biggest question is, why do families continue to struggle? And I touched on it earlier. It's really what it comes down to is, one side of it's awareness, and the other side is actually people understanding the importance of having multiple streams of income, focusing on the priority of having assets over liabilities, and actually understanding the difference between the two. So just a little bit of a resource for you guys, if you guys haven't, or you're not familiar, or you haven't heard of, or you're not familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, please, after this presentation, go and watch some of his YouTube videos, plug into his social media platforms as well, and really start to educate yourself, because it's where it starts. When I understood the difference between assets and liabilities, which I'm going to share in a second before we watch this video, but the easiest way to explain it is one's putting money in your pocket and one's taking it away. So an asset is something that continues to help you produce more revenue, or equity, whereas a liability is something that's taking money out of your pocket or is losing value over time. So we're going to watch this short video, and it's going to help educate you a little bit more about assets and liabilities, and then we'll come back and do a bit of a recap.
Most people miss the difference between assets and liabilities. Most people spend their lives focused on and dreaming about stacking liabilities: houses, cars, boats, vacation homes. The stuff you make payments on every month just to rent or own. Most people dream about those kinds of things, but it's a vicious cycle that leaves people empty and desperate. Know that assets have greater power by far. Our people focus their time and money on stacking assets, collectibles, precious metals, art, cash flowing real estate, and businesses. And with them, they build legacies. Our people dream about owning their liabilities with little to no risk, backed up by assets that they know and trust. Our people have no misconceptions. They know they're on the path of least resistance to financial freedom, peace of mind, and the knowledge that tomorrow's reward will be worth today's sacrifice.
Definitely, it all starts with mindset and creating those habits. Like, I mean, we go back to here, we look at gold, 11 trillion, number one asset by $9 trillion. Cole, do we honestly think the wealthy are protecting and storing their money in the dollar?
Oh, well, it's to be honest, look, I mean, a lot of people aren't aware of what the wealthy do. And I'm a big believer in, you do what they do and not what they say, because they're not going to tell you what they're doing. Okay, this education is not passed down from the wealthy. So, just give yourself a pat on the back that you're actually here, because the biggest thing is showing up. And when you're fed the right information, when you start to download the right stuff into your brain and you start to process it and take action on it, you're going to see significant changes in your life.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like everything, it all starts in the mind, in the brain. Like, how often do you hear people say, oh, I'll do this when I earn a bit more money, or I'll do this when I do that? But, they get a bit more money, and what do? They just go buy a newer car, or they go buy a newer phone, or they go buy some new furniture, or they go buy some new clothes, or they go buy, a bigger house. And then they're just in the same situation as they were anyway, living paycheck to paycheck, or, and they're like, oh, well, I'll work a bit harder, I'll get a pay rise, and then you end up all of a sudden, now you're not spending any time with your family because you got to work a bit harder to pay for the stuff that you have. And it's a slippery slope. I hear it so many times, so often, especially being in Perth, and a lot of people working in the mines. It happens all the time. And it really is as simple as just shifting your mindset, creating daily habits. Start small and just build on from there.
Most people.
All right, so we've talked about, I guess, the economy, what's happening, inflation. We've talked about the mindset, assets, liabilities, but we're not just going to go, oh, good luck, you're on your own, all the best, go solve it yourself. We do have, I guess, a solution that is, I guess, counteracting these problems that we do face. And this solution is an amazing membership that offers not only education. So if you are like me, and you didn't know anything about gold and silver, you don't know anything about gold and silver, the education's been extremely vital for me. You got discounts, we've got exclusive access to rare assets. So if you are someone that has not bought any assets in your life, like me, and you just used to buy liabilities, then this is an amazing place to start. And it allows you to, I guess, automatically automate the process of becoming wealthy. So if you are not used to this, it can be difficult to completely change your mindset, completely change the way you behave and act. So I guess automating the process makes it become easy to build those habits. So I'm just going to quickly show this video that explains in a bit more detail.
There is a secret that government institutions, banks, and wealthy families have used for ages. It's called sound money. Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver have proven to maintain its buying power throughout history, no matter what happens to fiat currencies around the world. Let's take a look at some examples. In 1965, 1 ounce of silver and $1 had equal purchasing power. You could have used either 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 to purchase a brand new Ford Mustang. If you would have had the same 2,500 ounces of silver in 2020, you could have purchased 2 brand new Mustangs. But $2,500 could barely even cover the down payment to get one. The same is proven true in the housing market. The average home cost in 2001 was $169,000, or 626 ounces of gold. In 2021, you could have taken less gold and purchased 3 homes, even though the average home cost in dollars almost doubled. The list goes on and shows how gold and silver is one of the best ways to play defense against fiat currencies that always decrease in value over time. There are usually a couple things that happen though when individuals find out about the value of sound money. First, questions. What should I buy? Who should I trust? How much does it take to get started? And do I need to be an expert to win? The second thing that happens is a discovery of things like mixed advice on what to buy, scammers, high minimums, and people selling inventory they don't actually have, and much, much more, which all cause more questions and a general mistrust, leading them to never ever get started. Maybe this sounds familiar, but we believe things just shouldn't be that hard. We believe that every family deserves a real chance to get ahead of the game, not only now, but forever. Really, our goal is to help you get started on a path that will help you create a true legacy for generations to come. So who are we? We are 7K, a community of people on a mission to help each other create financial independence, preserve wealth, and create an exceptional life through both good and bad economic times.
I do really think it's super important with anything you do to have a strategy. And that's really what 7K is. I mean, take this scenario. When do you ever get in the car not knowing where you need to go or where you're going? So like, this is what 7K is. It's a vehicle, and it allows us to automate and simplify the process of getting wealthy. It's really, really clever. And the automation side of things is just like some of the membership benefits we're going to talk about are absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. And just that video every time, it's just crazy how it wasn't even that long ago, you know, how much gold or how much silver, what you could get with it compared to now. And like we said, they've just gone and printed ridiculous amounts of money. So you put two and two together, you can only see it go one way. That's for sure.
There is a
All right. So like Cole said, this next slide we're about to show has, I guess, 10 membership benefits on it, but we could easily go into 15, 20 of them. In fact, probably some of them that we'll talk about might not even be on there because the membership is truly remarkable. So 7K's created membership that allows you to easily and automatically preserve your wealth is the bottom line of it. So we'll basically just touch on some of these benefits. I reckon go up to 2 or 3. What's up to you, Cole? You decide how many you want to talk about, and then I'll share my favorite.
I guess I want to talk about some tonight that have impacted me, and some of the things that have helped me get better or acquire skills, or helped me change my habitual behaviors. Because when 7K initially come to me, I couldn't understand the business model. It took me a while to understand the business model. It took me 8 months. But I knew that it was a good idea, right? I knew that gold and silver was a good idea. I knew it was like up there, right? It'd been around for a long time. It has a great track record. But I just didn't quite know how to tap in. I just didn't quite know how to penetrate this market. And when I got on the autosaver program, that's when things started to change. Because I'll be honest with you guys, like, I was terrible at saving. Like, I wasn't very good at saving, right? Like, I'd be like, okay, like, we just go to the savings and then back out and back to the saving. And it was just like this rinse and repeat.
It's saved for 4 days a week.
And I get to the weekend and be, it's going to go out and have some beers. And then all of a sudden, there goes the account, right? And this is what we do, I guess, when we're young a little bit. But like, obviously, as we grow older, we're like, okay, I need to start thinking about my future here. So the autosaver was really good for me because it helped me. Okay, I was shifting my declining dollars into something that has the potential to appreciate in value, being the collectible space, right? Numismatics. I didn't understand them at the time. I just went off instinct. Okay, I lived my life on my initial early 20s off impulse. Everything I did was off impulse. And I started to change my my mindset and started to work off instinct, not impulse. So if you guys, if you can resonate with that, or if you've been through anything like that, put it in the chat, in the comments, in the chat below. And probably the second thing that's impacted me the most is probably the residual income. Number 9 is definitely something that's, you know, given me the ability to think bigger. You know, we tend to kind of just live in our comfort zone and do what we feel is like possible, right? We just think it's possible, but we never think of what, you know, the impossible might be. We never, like, you know, take the lid off the pot and realize our true potential. So the residual income has really allowed me to start doing things I love more of, and traveling, experience, and, you know, being back in New Zealand and spending time with family. I mean, I couldn't do that initially. I was a coach for 10 years, stuck inside 4 walls, and, you know, it just wasn't, you know, I wasn't thriving. I was just surviving. So anyway, I'll pass it over to Ryan, and he can share some of the stuff that's affected him and helped him with the membership benefits.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, those two are definitely up there with my 2 favorite as well. But I guess my number 1 favorite, actually, and it's not on here, and I say it fairly often. There's a couple of times I'll change it up just to be different, but I just got to say it is the community. Like, I absolutely love the community. I love the fact that, you know, we have such an amazing community that's so kind, caring, willing to help, willing to share, willing to educate. Because like I said at the start, I didn't know anything about gold and silver, but the people in the community were able to, you know, educate me, were able to share things with me, able to help answer questions that I might have had, were able to explain things to me in layman's terms. So for me, it's the community. It's the fact that, you know, you're not just buying gold or silver, you're buying gold or silver with thousands and hundreds and thousands of other people. Like, it truly is remarkable. So for me, it's the community. You know, if I go buy from the mint, you're just buying from a mint, and then that's it. You're on your own, no one to talk to. The only way you can probably sell it is to go back to the mint, and they're not going to offer you the best price because they sold it to you. So yeah, for me, it's the community. Absolutely love it. So, and then another one is that number 5, 7K limited and rare coins. So I guess I was like you as well, Cole. Didn't know anything about gold and silver. So I definitely didn't know anything about, I guess, the numismatic space. So now that I do know about it, it is purely one of my favorites. I get up at 4 a.m. for the coin drops, often set the alarm, get up, win a coin, go back to sleep. That's how fun it is. And they sell out within, you know, sometimes seconds, sometimes minutes. And it's pretty incredible. And that shows how, I guess, excited people are and how much people enjoy it and love it. And when you have a product that people love and enjoy, then you're winning all around. So the 7K limited rare coins, we're starting to build I guess, a good portfolio through them. And they're just so cool. They're fun. They're amazing. They're beautiful. And I guess the other day I saw the Utah Jazz owner sold his coin collection for 24 million, and that would have been full of a lot of rare coins. So for me, that excites me. So yeah, those are my 2 favorite that I'll say. But yeah, literally all of these you can pretty much go over and say at some time or another they're your favorite. So this one, we didn't actually talk about it, but it was the number 1 on the wagon wheel, the power of the Sound Money wallet. So the Sound Money wallet is easily, hands down, worth the membership alone. Just this one membership benefit, just this one, easily by a long, long way. And this is basically like your own private vault and bank. It truly is remarkable technology. In fact, it's so good that JM Bullion, the biggest bullion dealer in the world, actually tried to create their own version of it. Failed within 45 days, so then tried to buy it off us. Again, failed again in that aspect. And once I show you this video, you'll understand how powerful it is. And I think people, even after watching this video, don't fully grasp it. I don't really grasp it. It's not until you use it and you're experiencing it at how powerful and amazing it is. So I'm just going to quickly show this video and we'll elaborate a bit more afterwards.
If you're watching this video, chances are you're curious about gold and silver and have a few questions, like, why should I buy precious metals? What metals should I be buying? Who can I trust to buy them from? How do I know I'm getting a good deal? And how can I afford more? Well, you're not alone. Most people have these questions, and over the next few minutes, we'll give you an easy solution. Most people would say, I had a feeling it was important and a good idea to own precious metals, but really didn't understand why. So I didn't do anything. This lack of understanding has cost people a lot of money. And quite honestly, we don't want you to make the same mistake. We have watched far too many people struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up in life. Owning gold and silver can help shield you long-term against all these challenges. When we started 7K, it became a mission to help the average person get ahead by adding precious metals to their portfolio, no matter their knowledge or circumstances. We have already changed the precious metals industry by offering some of the best pricing without any minimums or maximums, period. We are now completely revolutionizing the industry and making it so anyone and everyone will be able to start buying precious metals. It doesn't matter if it's a significant amount or even just $1. The new technology provided by a partner company, Sound Money, will allow you to convert your cash to gold or silver instantly. There are no shipping wait times. There's no worry about where you're going to store it, and you'll sleep easy at night knowing that if you ever want us to send you the metal, it will be in the mail at the drop of a hat. Transferring cash, gold, or silver to other members is simple, and there's no spread costs. Let's say you wanted to send 1 ounce of silver to a friend. It's just like you would have taken it out of your safe at home and sent it to them in the mail, except it's instant, and you don't have to worry about postage, and it's much less expensive than shipping. Your friend will see the 1 ounce of silver reflected in their Sound Money wallet, and it all takes less than a minute. Being able to transfer metal instantly to someone else has never been done, and it's truly game-changing. So, you may be asking yourself, if they're willing to send me the metal from my Sound Money wallet silver account, does that mean they have it on hand somewhere? Yep. Every time you make a transfer from cash, gold, or silver in the Sound Money wallet, we carefully put that amount of gold or silver in a non-segregated Sound Money private vaulting space. When you request the metal be shipped to you, we simply take the metal you requested from the non-segregated vault space and send it to your front door. Between third-party auditing and Sound Money policy, we have to have an equal amount of physical silver or gold to meet the transaction rate in the Sound Money wallet. So, what about the security of the Sound Money private vault? Your metal will be sitting behind 4 layers of some of the most technologically advanced security possible. Now, one of the biggest questions we've found while helping people understand the real power of owning gold and silver is, what do I do if I need cash? The old way is that you would need to take it to a local dealer, who would most likely give you several reasons why he can't give you what the metal is actually worth. Or you would need to contact an online buyer who typically has a $1,000 minimum. They would tell you a price over the phone only to be much lower after it finally arrives at their facility and they inspect it 4 to 6 weeks later. Not to mention the shipping that you paid. The traditional buyback program at 7K is much simpler and much more friendly than any other way. Now with the Sound Money wallet, it is hands down the best way to convert your metals back to cash if you get in a pinch. With one of the best buyback prices in the industry, no gimmicks, no minimums, and nominal transaction fees, you can instantly convert your gold or silver back to cash. No headaches, no hassle, just easy. So, whether you're a savvy investor who knows the power of gold or silver and the advantages of a private vault, or you're trading your first dollar for gold or silver, Sound Money will make it convenient and easy. You can finally be confident that the control is back in your hands from start to finish.
Right, that technology is so powerful. It literally allows every single person, no matter how wealthy they are or how non-wealthy they are, to purchase gold and silver. Like if you're paying for Netflix $16, $18 a month, then you can buy gold and silver because you can transfer that much into gold or into silver. You can transfer $1 into gold or into silver. So if you've only got $5 or $10 a week to, I guess, invest or save, then you can put it into gold and silver with the Sound Money wallet, and it truly is remarkable.
I think it's important too to understand that, like, with something like this, technology like this has never been done before. So some of the steps that 7K are taking here are being seen, that they're making big moves in the industry, and it's not being missed. There's a lot of banks that are trying to get hold of this technology because they're not able to replicate it. 7K actually has some of the best development team in the world that's created this technology. And you know, like we said earlier, Jay and Bullion actually try to buy it. They try to replicate it. They failed in 45 days. And then they try to purchase it, and 7K obviously said no. So we get direct access to this, and we get to utilize it. It's only going to get better. We have things coming in the pipeline, like a debit card, which we would actually be able to spend our gold and silver. One of the biggest questions that I do get is, Cole, how do I buy food and groceries and fuel and stuff like that with, you know, my gold and silver? Well, the real answer to that is, like, we have the answer, right? It's coming. Okay, and you'll be able to draw down on your gold and silver balance. For the first time I've ever seen, you'll be able to actually use your gold and silver to buy goods and services. So it's super, super powerful.
It's game changing. And if anyone's ever dealt with the banks, you know there's nothing instant about them, especially if you're trying to send money. So beauty of this is it's instant, and doesn't matter if you're in Perth and you're in New Zealand, you can send gold, silver, and cash instantly. Like I said, it's easily worth the membership alone.
All right, so we've talked a little bit about the Sound Money wallet. So the Sound Money wallet is where we can basically get access to gold and silver eagles, which is bullion. It's a type of bullion, right? People always ask me, like, Cole, like, what's the best strategy? Like, what do you think? I already have bullion, but a lot of people actually unaware of like collectibles, right? Like myself, like when I first started, I had no idea what collectibles were, why they were valuable, why we need them, and why they're important to have in our portfolio. And, you know, the big questions I guess everybody has is like, what are the secrets of the wealthy? What do they do with their money? Where do they position? How do they position themselves? And the biggest thing is, like, this membership actually unlocks the ability to get access to rare artwork that's valuable, it's beautiful, it's untouched by the human hand, which you'll see in a second on the video. But it's just so empowering to actually hold, and Ryan will probably show you some if he's got some next to him, but
yeah,
some of the, you know, the assets in your hand, like, it's just absolutely liberating being able to, you know, pick up a real asset and go, okay, this is different. There's just something powerful about this, especially if you've been involved with other companies before that have product-based company, maybe it's consumables, and all of a sudden you're getting assets delivered to your door, right? It's really, really powerful. You know, and I've had amazing experience the last 2 years, and my stack's getting big. It's starting to stack up, like, literally. It's super exciting. But we're going to watch this.
Stacks on stacks.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to watch this quick video, and it's going to share a little bit more about collectibles. Guys, just keep your eyes out in this video, and if you see anything you like, okay, or something you would purchase, or something maybe you already have, just put it in the chat box below, and we'll revisit after.
Yeah, let us know what your favorite coin is.
The collectible market has proven to be a robust way for wealthy families around the world to not only protect, but also grow their wealth, and more importantly, their legacy. A collectible usually has to be rare or low mintage, has to have unique or artistic designs, a great story, or have historic significance. So if you look at the paper this amazing Spider-Man comic book from 1962 is printed on, it's only worth a couple of dollars. In 2021, this comic book sold for a record $3.6 million. The person or family that bought this book was not buying the paper. They were buying the emotion, the art, rarity, story, and other things they found valuable about this book. In fact, most wealthy families that are playing the collectibles game are doing it not only for their financial protection or gain, but also to preserve their family legacy. If you look at the top 5 places wealthy families turned in order to protect and grow their wealth during the financial crisis of 2008, you will see that 3 of the 5 things are collectible in some way. And the other 2? Sound money. Unfortunately, not many families have an extra $1 or $2 million laying around to buy high-end collectibles, nor would they even know where to start. But 7K is bridging the gap so that the average family can start playing the game with rare, unique, but also affordable collectibles through modern coins. In 2004, a coin called Tiffany Art No. 1 hit the market for about $90. Now, $90 doesn't seem unreasonable for the average family to scrape together in order to add this incredible coin to their wealth portfolio. Today, though, if you wanted to go buy this same coin, it would cost you at least $8,000. But the metal in the coin is only worth roughly $50 today. The additional value in the coin is due to the rarity, story, beauty, or whatever else a potential buyer finds to be valuable. That is the added leverage or offense collectibles can add to a wealth portfolio. You can see here just a few more examples of the same thing play out in other coins. Modern collector coins have a very good track record over the last 20 to 30 years of being a powerful tool inside of the offense of a well-rounded wealth strategy. 7K not only offers some of the best coins from around the world, but also designs and mints its own coins, giving 7K members exclusive or first access. 7K also makes adding cool, unique, and rare collectible coins extremely easy through one of the most powerful member benefits called the Autosaver. The Autosaver program takes all of the thinking out of collecting and leverages the experts at 7K to send you a rare and exclusive collectible coin every single month. It is truly a set it and forget it, zero discipline approach to automate your collectible asset stacking. You will just need to choose one of the options you like best and watch them show up at your door every month. There are other ways you can also take your stacking to the next level though, with your own shopping cart called 7K Selected and also special sales called Coin Drops. 7K provides many ways to win with collectible gold and silver. As you can see here, Eddie Spears has spent very little time to get a massive head start making sure a wealth legacy comes from him. All the same, Chris Lattin Sr. says he collects both bullion and collector coins, and you can see he has built a very nice stack. He even claims it is now one of his most valued possessions because of what it will mean for him and his family in the future.
How awesome are those stacks? So imagine just having that and you pass that on to your kids. Like, just that alone is just incredible. Like, if you just purely think long term, think about your children, think about your grandkids, and you just keep accumulating, you're going to have a massive stack that you're going to be able to pass down because they don't expire, they don't run out. And like Cole said, they are incredibly cool. So this one we just arrived. So if there's any Star Wars fans on here, we just got this yesterday, actually. This is from the Coin Drops. This is my beautiful partner's new favorite coin. She's a massive Star Wars fan, so she absolutely loves this one. She was pumped that I got up at 4 a.m. to get that coin.
It's not going to beat my Godfather coin. I got that Godfather.
No, that looked cool that you got
That's
today.
epic.
That looked awesome. I'm definitely jealous about that one. But like you can see here, like even the coins just on the side here, how much equity's in them. But equity aside, just look how cool they are. Like that. And the thing is, once you actually see them in real life, the detail, the I guess the amazingness of it is way better than it, like, and gives the photos just don't do justice. Like, these are incredibly cool coins. And then you're all different types. So even this one's a massive one. This one's really cool. It's called a You and Me coin. Even if you're Mr. Bean fan, I got this one, Mr. Bean. This wasn't off a coin drop. This was just, you could buy it in the back office, signed by Rowan Atkinson himself. Like, it's fun. It's cool. We've got a 7-year-old. She's got 5 coins herself. She's about to purchase another one. And she absolutely loves it. She's addicted just like us already. So it's fun. It's enjoyable. And what's better than when you're having fun?
Totally.
The collector.
All right. So another membership benefit is the stack and sell. So as you can see here, You can see what a customer's paid, 139. You can see what it's selling for on the market, 123. Equity of nearly $1,100. And on the left-hand side, same over there. And the reason people have been able to sell it and be able to know what the equity is because of this feature called stack and sell. So this will basically, I guess we'll show the video. It's a short one. This doesn't actually have any words, so I need you to pay attention and actually watch it because they're not actually going to talk to you. But it's very short, it's less than a minute, and then we'll elaborate a bit more on it afterwards. So these coins on the side here, they're actually from, I guess, one of the autosaver programs. We're on the same one. It's called the Animal Series. So this one arrived yesterday as well. One of the Animal Series that come. And you can see here that value in these ones is crazy. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that every single coin ends up like that, but that's the potential.
I've found stack and sell really effective. This is from my personal experience. Because I travel quite a lot, I'm not in the same location all the time. Yes, my assets do get sent to the same address, but the cool thing is when they are scanned into and authenticated in stack and sell, I can use that as a way to showcase my stack to people when they do ask, because obviously I might not have the assets on hand, and nor do I want to like pull all my assets out and show all my assets in person, because there's a lot, like I said earlier. So, you know, what we can do here is actually show them a digital blueprint or a digital a digital portfolio of what you have, what sort of equity you have in your portfolio, and you know what you might have purchased all of your coins for, and what your total portfolio value is. So it's super cool. We don't have the sell feature yet in Australia and New Zealand, but that will be coming, and that will be a game changer. When we have the ability to flip these coins, we can do it off market. So we validate them on here, we get the price off them, we can sell them off market. But when we actually can participate with the full platform, I think this is really going to turn some heads.
Oh yeah, it's going to be completely game changing. But I mean, I only want to use it to see what the equity is and to guess have it all in one place. I don't technically ever want to sell some of these coins. And if I get duplicates, right, I'll be selling them. But other than that, I couldn't bring myself to sell them. I love them.
Sell your liabilities, mate.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be selling the cat before I sell them. I don't have a cat, it was a joke.
Yeah.
All right, so another membership benefit is the 7K advantage. So this is basically where you just get discounts, travel, food, and retail. I guess with the rising cost of living, if you can save here and there, it's always going to be a major benefit.
Okay, cool. So we've looked at the problems. Okay, we've looked at the solutions, the membership benefits. We've talked about the things that are some of the things that's going on in the world. We've looked at some charts as well. But you're probably thinking like, okay, cool. You've talked about the membership. Okay, how do I get involved? What's the best way to get started? And how do I, on board with 7K? So you really got two options. Okay, this is really a really affordable membership where you can get access for something that's probably the equivalent of a Netflix subscription. So like if you have a Netflix subscription, I don't myself, but a lot of people do. This is something that pretty much everybody, I would say, could get access to. You're looking at around, no more than $16 a month, if you were to break it down. The standard membership is $199. That's going to give you access to everything, and some of the things that we didn't really talk about. The training, I think that's really, really valid to talk about the training. I've watched the training myself 5 or 6 times because it's valuable information, and it's information that I want to be able to pass on. You also get the Sell Money Wallet and most of what you get in the premium, but the premium, really the difference is a little bit like what Ryan says. It's like you're flying economy or you're flying business class or first class. So standard is a little bit economy, and then you got premium, which is $499, which offers up really the holy grail of everything. Okay, you get pretty much everything. You get access to pretty much the whole platform. There's not really any limitations there. So we encourage people to start with the premium because there are some extra benefits there. But just get in where you feel comfortable, what's going to fit your current situation, and then you can always upgrade later on if you feel the need.
Yeah, and if you're there sitting going, oh, I can't afford it, but you do pay for Netflix, cancel your Netflix, borrow someone else's account like we do, and you'll have the best of both. You have Netflix and you have gold and silver, and you can watch your show while you have your stash of silver beside you, mate. It'll be even better. So, all right. So we've talked about quite a few of the benefits that come with the 7K membership. So I just want you to think back and think, where do you see, I guess, these benefits fitting? What one do you see being the best fitting, either helping you or helping your community the most? So in the chat, I just want you to think about one of the benefits that we talked about. We talked about quite a lot of them, but just think of one that you can see that would either help you or help your community. So whether that is the Sound Money Wallet, whether that is access to rare exclusive assets and coin drops, whether that is the education, all right, or whether that is the community that we talked about, or whether it's the ability to be able to automate the wealth building process, or whether it's stack and sell feature to be able to keep all your assets in one place and be able to see the equity in them and see your portfolio. So thinking about all the benefits that we've talked about, that we've touched on, I want you to just in the chat chuck down one that you could see fitting best into your life or into your community. For me personally, I'm gonna say all of them, but if I was to just pick one, I would say the Sound Money Wallet. That is, yeah, there we go. Anna said Sound Money Wallet as well, because that allows anyone to be able to purchase gold and silver and to start building those habits. And that's what this is all about. It's exciting. It's about getting people to be able to buy the #1 asset and now the #5 asset. Normally we say 7. It's good to be able to say 5. It's good to see that going up there. And yeah, so yeah, chuck down. We've got #1. Trish says Sound Money Wallet. Yeah, so it looks like everyone's on the same page as me. What would you say yours, Cole?
Oh, I want to say the Sound Money Wallet, but I don't want to just
I just follow the crowd. Just follow the crowd.
For me, it's probably, it would have to be the community.
Yeah.
Because it's something that I've stood behind for so long, and something that I've been a little bit of a pioneer for as well, building this community. It's just been so awesome to see people step out of their comfort zone and to move into a space really that they don't have any knowledge of or they've never really experienced. Like Ryan, for example, that's a good example. Never really had any understanding about gold and silver, but just took a chance, right? Just worked off instinct, not impulse. And we have a lot of leaders in. Sorry, I just muted myself. We have a lot of leaders in this business that are doing big things in the world, and they're doing it, but based off having success with this business. And I guess it's just powerful. It's powerful to get assets delivered, and it's powerful to have the ability to share this and, you know, help people create generational wealth. So it's super empowering.
You're definitely not wrong. We had two arrive yesterday. My partner was over the moon. You know, that we had parcels arriving rather than, what did you buy that for?
Okay, cool. So this part is something that we haven't talked about yet. So we talked about all the membership benefits. We've talked about, you know, how you can automate your wealth, how you can put your wealth on autopilot, how you can build, you know, I guess build wealth long term. Okay, but it's important to understand that cash flow is important, and I didn't understand this in the beginning. I didn't realize there was a pay plan that we could actually leverage, that we could help people create cash flow by saving in silver and switching their, you know, their habits. So it's exciting to see something like this. It's exciting to be able to give back, and, you know, help people earn with this compensation plan. Of course, it is completely optional. 85% of 7K is customers. So, but you do have the ability to share this and earn. So we're going to watch this quick video, and then we'll elaborate after.
So you want to learn more about how you get paid from sharing. Smart. There's nothing worse than the emotional pressure of not having enough money to pay the bills or be able to live the life of contribution. So right now, I'm going to show you how your life is about to change financially forever. It's super simple, and it goes like this. Our standard annual membership is $199, and our premium annual membership is $499. You can't go wrong with either of them. When you refer your first two memberships, you'll immediately have two teams and will now be qualified to earn commissions. So for simplicity, let's call them the right team and the left team. Every time a standard membership is purchased in your organization, you earn 50 rewards points, and a premium membership earns you 150 rewards points. In order to get paid, you'll need to accumulate 500 rewards points on your right team and 500 rewards points on your left team to earn a $500 commission check. For those who really want to make an impact and some serious income, we have different levels of achievement, and the higher your level of achievement, the higher your check. When you achieve the rank of associate, like I said earlier, you can earn up to $500 per week. As a copper, you can earn up to $1,000 per week. As a bronze, $2,000 per week, and as a silver, $3,500 per week. Now our golds are eligible to earn up to $7,000 per week. Our executive golds, $10,000 per week, and our presidential golds can earn all the way up to $12,500 per week. Share, earn points, and get paid. It's as simple as that. Now, let me ask you something. How much different would your life be if you had an extra $500 to $12,500 per week? What would you do? Would the financial pressure be gone? How big of an impact could you really make? You could almost feel the weight lift, can't you? Now, remember you earn 50 or 150 rewards points for each membership in your organization. But you don't just earn points on the memberships. For each autosaver anyone in your organization purchases, you earn an additional point value starting at 15 points, depending on what option you choose. So whether it's a membership sold or a coin sold, you earn points. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if for any reason you want to sell your gold and silver bullion, we offer the highest buyback price. And with the new Sound Money wallet, we made things even easier with an instant purchase, instant buyback, member-to-member transfer, and a live dashboard showing you what assets you have available to you. And since each purchase of gold or silver eagles in Sound Money wallet are backed by physical gold and silver, we'll even send you your medal if you decide you need it. That's all there is to it.
I think what excites me about that is we've pretty much come to the end of the presentation. A majority of that presentation was talked about benefits, value, and what's going to help people. And this last little segment is talking about how you can actually get paid for getting involved in all that value that we've just talked about and all those benefits that we just talked about. So that then now it comes back to, a lot of people go, oh, I don't like sales, or I don't want to do sales. But if you're getting that much value or that much benefit from things, you're not going to be selling anything. You're just going to be sharing it. Or it's really comes down to that. Like, if you're getting that much value, that much benefit from it, you're naturally going to want to let people know. You're naturally going to want to share it with people because of how much value you are getting. So I think that's what excites me the most about that. Anything else you want to add on to that, Cole?
No, you're good. Awesome.
All right. So like I said, we've pretty much come to the end of this presentation. But before we do wrap it up, I just want to let you guys know that this is a legacy company and we are working with the best in the industry. So the NGC, like I showed on these coins, so you can see NGC verified down there, NGC verified. That's one of, well, it's actually the biggest coin grading company in the world. All right, so they're putting their mark on the coin saying what the grade is, it is what it is. All right, so they're the biggest, the best in the world. We've got the CIT Mint, and they have access to some of the only technology in the world that can create and design these coins. And then we also have none other than the coin legend, Michael Miles Standish, working alongside us and designing a lot of our coins. He's considered in the top 10 most influential people in the numismatic space. He's been around for a very, very long time. I often call him the Michael Jordan of the numismatics. His accolades are all down there. You can have a look. There's definitely a lot more to it as well. But yeah, he's an incredible person, and these are the types of companies and people that we're working here. And I just want to finish off with that 7K income closure statement. Basically, I'm not going to read it all. You're more than welcome to read it yourself. You're more than welcome to have access to it. Let us know. But like Cole said, touched on it before, the majority, 85% of those who buy 7K products each month are simply customers who love our products and are not participating in the 7K share plan. Of those who decide to build overall, so basically 85% of people involved in this company that have memberships are purely just customers. And I think when a business is built around a strong customer base, it's going to be around for a long, long time and has a good, strong foundation. Anything else you want to add on to that, Cole?
I think that's important to understand as well, as Ryan's saying. Having a business that's customer centric is really important, and this is what we focus on. We focus on obviously providing value, leaving people better than how we found them. Initially, people come to us not having any clue or idea about gold and silver, and all they're wanting is the knowledge, all they're wanting is the information. All we're doing is sharing that with them and helping bridge the gap so that they can understand it better and make a more educated decision. So guys, we've come to the end of the presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was an absolute pleasure to be with you guys tonight, this afternoon, or wherever you are in Australia, New Zealand, or around the world. And we look forward to doing another presentation soon. Just a quick heads up, tomorrow we have a live interactive Q&A that will be at 1 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time, so New Zealand Daylight Time, which will be, I'm terrible with time differences.
7 a.m. Wait, no, what's the time in New Zealand now? 9:30, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, so it'll be 7 a.m. in WA, and then I think 10 a.m. over East Coast. And then I think Brisbane's a bit different as well.
Yeah.
But
We have, guys, if you're wanting to tap into that Q&A, you're more than welcome. Get back to the person that shared this presentation with you, and they'll help you plug into the Q&A. And we'll have people answer your red hot questions. Those burning questions, if you have any questions from this presentation, you can ask them on the live Q&A tomorrow at those specific times. So we look forward to seeing you guys there. We look forward to seeing you guys on the next presentation. Have an amazing night. I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everything. Take care, guys.
No worries, you too.
Thank you very much. Good night. Hopefully
No
I'll
worries.
check in tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you. Good night. See ya.